It's your boy a.dTHEweeb back for a video. Now today's video we're doing with Rimuru went to One Piece. So yes, I hope you guys will enjoy this, and this is kind of my special for New Year's and December if you wanna add that as well, or Christmas or whatever. But yeah. I know it's been a while since I've done a double upload, which is why I'm making it as a special instead of how I used to do it before, which was basically every single day. But yes, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy and let me know what you guys think about it. And yes, for this part I will also be using about the voice for it, last part, as this is basically an experiment for me to see if I should continue using a both voice or not. But yes, anyways, yeah, just let me know what you guys think about this part and the series moving forward. And for further ado, let's get
Chapter 2: The Death of the King of Pirates. Mater is really the best. CL speaking. I am the great demon lord Rimuru Tempest. Speech C. Are you really jealous, Sundeer? Thoughts. Inner thoughts. Gum jet gatling. Attacks. The world of the seas was a giant world consisting of many different places, mainly islands that varied from size and climate to the overall structure. While some can be as simple as dirt, others can be something as absurd as cloud and other crazy things which should not form an island. However, in this crazy world it happened, and all of those islands were put into many sections of the world, such as the four seas, the East Blue, which was considered to be the weakest of all of them, the West Blue, the North Blue, and the South Blue. However, there was many others, such as the Grand Line, the Calm Belt, the Sea Floor, the Sky Ocean, and the Red Line, which surrounds the whole world, with the other side having the most dangerous of the seas, where it had the worst weather, very unpredictable, even more than the Grand Line, and of course was where the strongest of the strongest were fighting for dominance. This was known as the New World. Currently the world was angry and had the most action than it had in many years, not since the events now known as simply the Void Century had happened. The world was angry at one man, and one man alone specifically. They called this man a monster, the devil himself, one specific group of people. Even though this was part of the curse that happened in said Void Century, this man was known as the Pirate King Gold Roger. However, many called him Gold Roger, not wanting to associate him with the D Clan, as the only man who was capable of concerning the entire Grand Line and got to the final island finding the One Piece. He was named the Pirate King. There was another man who was seen to be as strong and dangerous as the Pirate King himself. However, he was never given such titles, nor had he reached the final island and claimed the throne and treasure, not because he wasn't strong enough, nor was it because he didn't know how, but however this man was simply uninterested in such things. All this man cared about was his family, his crew, and anyone else he might see as such or simply respect. This man, unlike his good friend and rival, the pirate known as Edward Newgate Whitebeard, captain of the Whitebeard Pirates, was loved by many. The two powerful men were currently sitting down drinking sake on an unknown island, which seemed to be fully covered in pink from the ground to the trees, the only things not covered being the rocks, which was only partially covered, and last was a giant waterfall alongside various small mountains. Did you hear what they've been calling me now? Right, double quotation mark. What? Gold Roger, the king of pirates. Yay. What's wrong with it? Right, double quotation mark. My name is Gold Roger, not Gold Roger. Oh, now that I think about it, every now and then my crew comes across people with a D in their name. In fact, one of my latest sons Teach has it in his name. What's it stand for? Right, double quotation mark. Well, my friend, that is a long story that happened in the Void Century, as you see. Oh, that's some pretty big goals. Can it even be accomplished? Right, double quotation mark. Maybe just needs the right person at the right place. So, old friend, what will you do now? Right, double quotation mark. Sigh, Edward, you know I am sick and will die soon, as there are no cure to this. With a simple note to show that he understood, Roger continued. We were too early, my friend, and so I will do the best thing possible and turn myself in, then motivate the next generation to go out, find the truth, and accomplish it. Right, double quotation mark. Gurarara. Even in death you're gonna cause Sengoku, Garp, and the others so much trouble. Wahaha. Yes, my friend, I intend to do the most as possible. Wahaha. Gurarara. After the two finished laughing for a bit, Roger looked at Whitebeard with a more serious look. Whitebeard, do you want to know where it is? Right, double quotation mark. No, I'm not interested in that, my friend. No need to tell me, as I have no intention of going there. Right, double quotation mark. I see. Well, in that case I will be taking Odin back to Wano alongside his wife and kids, and I will make my way toward Navi headquarters after disbanding my crew. Right, double quotation mark. I see. Well then in that case I will make my way back to the new world and watch it all from there for the most part. Right double quotation mark. I see. Well, it was nice seeing you for one last time, my friend. It was an amazing ride, wahaha, Roger said as he finished his sake and stood up, taking a small step to the side, showing just how drunk he was. Time skip. Many hours later. Location New World. Time 11:58 p.m. Roger. Shiki. I have come here with the offer for you, old pal. What is it, Shiki? Right double quotation mark. I am here to offer you a place in my armada as a commander. Come join me, and with your ancient weapon and my armada we shall conquer the world. Nothing will be able to stop us. Sorry, but I'll have to decline. I have other plans. Come on, Roger, think about it. We could have everything. Not even Sengoku and Garp could stop us. No. Time 11:59 p.m. Well, in that case there's only one thing left to do. Well, kill you alongside your new right here. With those words, the battle, which would be known as Ed War, in which the Roger pirates had used their power to fight off the allied 50 ships and the 5,000 people who formed one of the greatest armadas. However, reality was not as simple as this. As you see, the battle would go down as the Roger pirates fought them off using the powers of the ancient weapon and their own, or what was closer to the truth being the Shiki armada was destroyed by a powerful and dangerously deadly wave, which allowed the Roger pirates to finish the rest of the armada and get away. However, you see, what truly happened was not truly this, but to an onlooker they would not be able to tell the difference. In reality, what had happened was the battle started. Roger and his crew had used many various attacks, from simply guns, cannons enhanced in hockey to make it more effective. Roger used a giant slash of hockey that cut a ship in half and two others which was behind it, and the battle continued for the next minuet. While it might not seem like much considering the speed those powerful attacks were being sent, with the Roger pirates having to push back and dodge many attacks. However, before things could continue, right as the clock hit midnight, the water stood completely still. Even when something hit it, instead of making a ripple and sinking, it simple stayed on the water as if it was solid ground. However, that only lasted a second, as soon as the silence came it ended with what could only been described as chaos. As you see, the oceans raged, broke apart and swallowed most of the armada, only leaving the ship of Roger and Shiki. However, Shiki's ship was sent flying away as a weird shift in reality happened in above him, as then the ocean shot upwards like a bullet, sending the ship fleeing, only surviving thanks to Shiki's fruit. After things calmed down and the water stopped shooting forward, even if the ocean was still raging about, the group looked up to a shocking sight. There was a girl now standing there. It was the most beautiful woman they had ever seen. Above the water was a girl with long perfect blue hair, golden eyes, a perfect face with very strange black clothes with some parts of gold, and boots alongside a very simple looking, yet it was very easy to tell this was a very powerful weapon. And of course, let's not forget the most terrifying thing, this being had a purplish aura with parts of black, blue, green, gold, pink, red and many more coming off of him in waves like nothing they had ever seen before. Then another being appeared. This one was a man. He had black hair, with streaks of red flowing through it. His eyes gave off no warmth whatsoever. Instead, his flashing yellow irises gave off a feel of omnipotence, with him having mostly a dark aura coming from him. However, it seemed to be dwarfed by the other, or they simply mixed. It was hard to tell. However, the auras stopped not long after and vanished. Rimuru POV. After saying goodbye to his subordinates, Vives and many more, Rimuru and Diablo made their way outside of Tempest to an uninhabited location. Master, shall I open the portal? Diablo asked. Ready to go. Yes, you may. Right double quotation mark. Hearing this, a happy look came on the demon's face as he used his powers to open a portal to the world they would be going to. As he was so happy to open the portal, he had simply opened the portal and not wait for his master to say exactly where on the planet that he should open it, and so he had decided to open in what appeared to be the center of the world, which unknown to him was known as Navi headquarters. As Rimuru and him walked through the portal, Rimuru's acceleration was suddenly activated as CL started to speak. Master, it appears that at our current destination we would appear on a place which would cause a lot of trouble if we are to go there. Where is the location? Right double quotation mark. It is the center of the world, not the core but the general world center area. It is known as a Navi HQ, and we would have trouble with them. Change the location somewhere else then. Right double quotation mark. Changing to. As CL was about to continue, he was interrupted by Rimuru saying the ocean, as no one should be there. Hearing her master cutting her off, she grew an imaginary tick mark as she simply did as told. And so as Diablo saw his master start to release some of his power, caused him to do the same, to not be thrown back or anything and such. When they had appealed to their location, they had a bit of their powers leaking out. As Rimuru looked down, he saw the ship with the flag on it, which reminded him of a pirate flag. As he did so, he soon realized that his aura and Diablo's aura was causing the place tense, and so he sucked his aura back in, and Diablo did the same. Why is there people here? There should be no one. Master said to change the destination to the ocean, and that's what I did. You never asked for there to be no one, and since there was people in the first place, maybe you wanted people just in the ocean. Hearing this, Rimuru's eyes widened and he froze a bit, realizing that CL was mad. Ah yeah, sorry about that, I panicked. Knowing that CL liked helping him, he decided to ask for her help. Are those people good or dangerous? Right, double quotation mark. In this world's standards, they would be considered to be some of the strongest, but they are not a threat to you, nor are they bad people. Good, then I'll go talk to them then. Right, double quotation mark. Hi, I'm Rimuru Tempest. Who are you guys? I'm Roger. This is my crew. We're the Roger Pirates. Right, double quotation mark. After the two newcomers had gone to the ship, they had met and greeted the crew, and not long after there was a party, and as it is currently, Roger had been pulled to the side by Rimuru, who had a much more serious look on his face. Roger, I wasn't planning on telling people this, and I want you to keep it a secret, but I am not a normal person and have quit the useful set of skills. One of them tells me that you have been cursed. So you know, I plan on making it be known as incurable diseases. That could work, however it's not incurable. I am willing to offer you a cure. In fact, as not only do I like you, but it was done by something partly related to me in a way, and so I would like to fix that if possible. I didn't think that was possible, but I will have to decline sadly. As you see, I need to die to accomplish my goals. Well, that is unfortunate. I will respect your choice and will leave the offer open if you ever change your mind. Thank you, friend. Now then, my dear friends, new and old, I would like to announce that the Roger Pirates are officially disassembled. As the crew cried and partied for hours on end on their way back to Na'vi headquarters, they had many stops to drop off crewmate after crewmate. In the end, there was only Roger, Rayleigh, and the new duo of Rimuru and Diablo, and of course the two boys Shanks and Buggy. So this is really the end, Rayleigh said in a tired and sad voice. Yes, my friend, it was really an amazing journey. Did you have any regrets? Right, double quotation mark. No, not a single one. What about you? Right, double quotation mark. I'm not going to die, partner, and no, I wouldn't change a single thing about it, Roger said, as a long silence lasted for a while before Rayleigh looked at Rimuru and started to ask him some questions, which Rimuru answered, most of them, some more reluctantly and some avoiding, and some even just bluntly refusing to answer, which was awkward at first, as he had took it for Rimuru not wanting him to ask more questions, which led to him stopping as first until Rimuru clarified that he might answer it at a later date but not right now, and that it isn't personal or anything. Well, friends, we arrived, said Roger as he arrived at Sabaody. After arriving, the three had gone to the island and stayed there with a girl known as Shiki. Not after depositing his friends, Roger had gone to Na'vi headquarters and turned himself in, putting a timer to his execution on his head, and locked his bounty at a 5,564,800,000 trillion barriers, and with that the announcement of his execution to Logtown was done and set. After a while, Roger was visited by his Na'vi rival Garp. After a little chat, Roger told Garp something and asked for a favor. He told him he was having a child and wanted him to raise him. This caused Garp to scream at him. However, in the end he accepted and promised to look after him, and was about to leave before he was stopped by Garp. Garp, listen, I want you to look after my son, but also look after yourself. HMPH, of course I will look after myself. Are you trying to tell me something or just fear of death speaking? Right, double quotation mark. If you ever meet a man known as Rimuru Tempest, then don't anger him under any circumstances. Right, double quotation mark. Wahaha, just make sure to keep that in mind, my friend. Okay, Roger. And with that being said, Garp left, not before he saw Roger's big smile in the darkness. As the execution was being done at Logetown, Shanks, Buggy alongside Rimuru, Diablo, and Rayleigh. Originally they planned to go simply watch it on TV, however they had gone due to the kids begging with many tears, and so they had made it in the crowd of people as they watch a shackled Roger walked him down Main Street toward the execution platform. Before he walked through town like it was a victory parade, slowly walks up the stairs with each steps matching the bells ringing. It was his final moments in this world, and yet he acted like it was his correlation. Destiny, fate, dreams. As long as people seek the answer of freedom, these things shall not vanish from the earth. Right, double quotation mark. Do you have any last words? One of the two executioners asked him. Turning his head to look at him with a smile on his face, he said, take this off for me. It's itchy beyond belief, only to be met with a stern reply, I can't do that. Do you think I would run away? You sure know how to make a guy feel lonely. Right double quotation mark. As he made it to his final destination, he sat down cross-legged and said, "All right, let's get this over with quickly." As he chuckled as that happened, the two executioners made a cross with the execution weapons in front of him. "Hey, king of the pirates. Where did you hide all that treasure you found? Is it in the Grand Line? You got it, didn't you? That legendary treasure." Right double quotation mark. "You there, shut up," said the executioner. "That great treasure. The One Piece." The man continued, ignoring the executioner. "Wahaha, you want my treasure?" Roger started. "Don't speak without permission," the executioner said, getting ready to set out the execution. "You can have it. Find it. I left everything I gathered in one place. Now you just have to find it." As those final words were spoken, the 24-year-old man known as Gol D. Roger, the king of the pirates, was killed death by execution. He would forever be known as the man who conquered the seas. Wealth, fame, power, he attained this and everything else the world had to offer, and even though he had walked to his death, he did it with great pride and a smile on his face in the end. However, before he died, he had left the One Piece to be one day found by him. End of chapter 2-1. What will happen when Luffy is born? 2. What will change with Rimuru being in the presence of Buggy, Shanks and Rayleigh? 3. Will Luffy get the same devil fruit, a different one, or even get one at all? 4. How will Roger's death affect the world? 5. How much does Rayleigh know about Rimuru and Diablo? Next chapter will be the creation of the Emperors of the Seas.